been really sick today, so I drove out to Walgreens to get some medicine to take, and I grabbed me some food, and I thought, well, maybe some fresh air would help me feel a little bit better, so we're going to drive on out to one of my old research areas. We're probably not going to do anything other than just get a little fresh air, but just taking you guys along for the ride. Got some old back roads, and into the state park that we've been to several times before. I was telling you in the past that it was it used to be an unpaved, unmanaged road where there was a lot of ruts and potholes and stuff, but over the last couple of years they've paved the road, and it's a lot more touristy now, so you get a lot more out-of-towners and a lot of rock climbers out here. But we're going to drive out there anyway, just to get a little bit of fresh air. I can't stay long because, like I said, I'm a little under the weather today. Not feeling too good. Not feeling like myself. But I'm glad to take you guys along for the ride. Yeah, this state park's always had a special place for me. I spent a lot of time in my childhood over here. There's a squirrel. We'd skip school, come out here and hang out in some of the old mining caves and under some of the old rocks. And, lots of change since my younger years. You know, they paved this road, made it more accessible. It's still not the easiest drive. It's very steep, and the shoulder of the road, if you were to run off of it, there's a very steep drop, as you can probably tell. But back in the day, this road was full of ruts, and you had to navigate all the ruts to get up here, and if it rained, there was a good chance you were going to get stuck. But us as kids, we didn't care. We'd drive through it, and of course my truck could handle a lot of the roads a lot better than some smaller cars. But they've really developed this road, promoting the Cumberland Trail, where they've this is part of it's probably about halfway through the Cumberland Trail. A lot of hikers come, they travel from one end to the other. It goes from Kentucky, Virginia area all the way down to Georgia. But this area just always has fond memories for me. I've had a lot of activity out here and spent a lot of time researching, hanging with the park ranger out here. But when we get to the end up here and stop a minute and eat our food, and I might get it out and walk a bit of it. Like I said, me not feeling good, I don't know how much walking I'm going to do. It looks like it might be a little more crowded than I like. But you will join me in a few minutes after I eat. As I've told you guys in the past, that this park, they lock the gates up at 7 o'clock or at dark, and they open back up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. So from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. wildlife has free roam of this area. Now there are 2-3 camping spots on this hike, but they're not your typical camping spots where you're going to see RVs. I mean, you've got to hike to them. It's part of the Cumberland Trail, and the nearest one from this parking lot's about 2 miles away, and you've got to backpack to get to the camping spots. And 2 of them are actually up on bluff areas, and one's just down the creek a bit, but it's about a 2-mile hike. So there is no electricity, there is no RV hookups, you have to get a permit to camp out here. And there's actually a couple reports on the BFRO website from sightings from some campers out here, some encounters they had while camping. But you're always going to see interesting tree structures out here. And in the past, the ranger has told me about up on this bluff, which is, it's not impossible, but it takes somebody with a lot of endurance to get up on top of this bluff. But he's had rocks thrown from the top of this bluff at him. But as you notice, you will see tree structures here and there, like almost pointing the way towards the water. And it's not totally unheard of for something to come down these bluffs that are with a lot of endurance and mark their path so that they know which way they're going and which way to get back and whatnot. But yeah, we're gonna get out of the truck for just a minute. I'm not feeling well, so we're not gonna go too far. But yeah, let's take a walk. It looks like the water is really running today. We did have some rain come through a few days ago, and of course the snow and the ice has been melting. I'm thinking that those creeks are really going. Let's walk on up a little further. Try to get further away from the parking lot. For the most part, the main trail here is what people stick to. And as you can tell, the trails are very maintained. And it's very discouraged to get off the trails. But we're coming up on the crossing I've showed you before. For some reason, this has always been one of my favorite spots. It's because I love these rock formations and the way the water comes through. But it does make it a little difficult to get across on this trail sometimes, especially if it rains a lot, because this is on the main trail. You have to navigate across the rocks, and if it rains too much, it makes it difficult. And a lot of people have been stuck on this side and have to be rescued. But in the summertime, a lot of people do like to come out here and swim. There's some pockets of water that are a little deeper than the creek. I think this is one of the spots people like to swim in. But yeah, it's been a little biased, I guess, but this is one of the most beautiful state parks you can ever visit. And there's a lot in this park that people don't know. You know, just the average tourist or the average visitor don't know about, which I hope it stays that way, because I still like to have my special places to go where the typical tourist and out-of-towner doesn't know about. And when I'm feeling better, I'll take you guys to some of those locations. So a lot of them are really beautiful to see. And if you stay on these main paths, there is 2 beautiful waterfalls. They're quite a hike away. You know, you need to, if you come to this park, you need to plan on being able to spend the whole day if you want to go to see the waterfalls, because they are not the most difficult hike, but they're not the easiest hikes either. But all around you, you're going to see beautiful sights. And we may walk up a little bit to see one of the off-the-trail paths I might take you on, just to show you some of the water coming down the mountain. And this is not the touristy waterfall, but it's one that I really love. And like I said, not many people go up there, but it is a very beautiful, secret to locals location that I mean, there's a lot of mystery up there, but this is the old mining village. In past videos, I've shown you a couple of the air shafts and told you some stories. But I've got a really good friend that he actually hates coming out here because he gets bad feelings, and you know, call it paranormal or what you would, but he just said he gets an uneasiness around some of the mine shafts. But the place where me and my wife were married, that mine shaft actually collapsed, and 23 miners were killed inside the mine shaft. And that's not the only tragedies that have happened out here. I mean, you know, mining is a very dangerous occupation, and back in the 1800s it was even more dangerous. But so there's a lot of tragedy out here, but you really can't deny the beauty. And now we are walking off trail a little bit. I'll go around to the back side of the mine shaft. It's an old air vent, and this is where the collapse happened. And again, I've said it before, you know, try when you're going out exploring, you know, try to take a friend with you, just in case something were to happen. Don't be dumb like me and come out by yourself. But we are, I don't know if I'm up to it or not, but we're going to give it a try. But we may try to walk up a little bit so I can show you some of the more secluded areas that are a little less touristy. But yeah, give me a second. I've got to climb up here, so I'm gonna put you guys away for a second. And this, we're on top of where the air shaft collapsed. It collapsed here, where the 23 miners met their fate. Get a little higher up, and don't know if my stamina is good enough to do this, but we're gonna give it a shot and go as far as we can. I always enjoy these more off the path locations. They are a little tougher, but the things you find make it well worth the venture. All right, I'm about to go through a steep part, so I'm gonna put you guys down for a minute, and we're gonna climb on up. A little out of breath. We made it halfway up. Really, for the most part, the only ones you catch up here are the rock climbers. Through the years, I've done a lot of research out here, and I've casted several footprints along with some of my friends. Oh. Try to get a little closer to the one of the reservoirs that brings the water down the mountain. And like I said, this is a path a little less traveled. It's mostly only locals and the rock climbers that figure it out where these spots are at. It is a little steep. So, I'm losing my breath a little bit, but I haven't done this much since my heart surgery. And I am sick too, so that's not helping matters. But it's a beautiful day. Up on top of this bluff, me and one of my other buddies, we had a very big encounter. It is definitely not somewhere I'm going to go today because it's very difficult to get to. Oh, and I'm almost already at my limit. See where the water falls off the mountain tops. This is one of the ways up to where we had a lot of activity. And as you can tell, it's not an easy trek. It takes more endurance than what I've got right now. And I'm definitely not going to do it alone. You always want a friend or two with you when you're doing the big hikes. Mostly just want to get you guys over to the creek and close to the reservoir. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. If so, subscribe and like and follow and send out to some of your friends. As I get in a little better shape, we'll do a lot more of these. I know they're not the most exciting, but I can guarantee you, you're going to see some beautiful areas that you might not otherwise see. Oh. And in the past, before the rock climbers started climbing, I'd found a bed back in here. It could have been from a Bigfoot. It could have been from just a large animal. There are a lot of black bear out here. A lot of larger wildlife. Not much further is this fella going today. Oh. But we're getting close to this reservoir, and that's what I wanted to show you. Sinking. That's not good. Oh, up. All right. This old reservoir was built back in the 1800s to send water down to the mining camps. And up above that reservoir, on top of that, there's a lot of action you get. Because it's not easy getting up there at all. It's not easy getting to just where we're at. Some very slippery rocks. But yeah, I really just wanted to come and show you the old reservoir and how it makes this waterfall and it trickles. Sorry I lost you guys for a minute, but I was saying that one weekend I'll have to get some of my buddies and we'll get the permits and we'll do a camp out here and see what happens between the hours of 7 p.m. and 8 a.m. when there's nobody in the park. Yeah. So they do close you up and lock you in when you have the camping permits. You're pretty much in for the night. Some of these rocks are amazing. You can find fossils and all kind of interesting things in here. Actually cast a very large 17.5-inch footprint right here. It's been about 3 years ago now. I was with my buddy Michael. Oh, more fun. See if we can do this. We came in this way, so surely we can get out this way. Yeah, no problem. Phew. But for February, it sure is hot out here. Tell me, do you guys enjoy going on the paths less traveled? Whew. Don't recommend doing this when you're sick. Don't recommend doing this alone. It may sound like a broken record, but I'm just trying to survive here. But I can't emphasize enough, don't go off trails if you don't know the area. I've been coming up here for 40 years, so I know most of this state park like the back of my hand. And it's still not completely safe to go by yourself But if you do, make sure you know the area very well, because you can very easily get turned around and lost, and or something could happen and no one could find you for days, weeks, ever. But yeah, going back down the mountain now. I'm gonna pause you guys again because I'm about to get into some steep areas that I'm gonna need both hands for. So I'll be back in a second. Some interesting things you do come across though in these old mining villages. You find some little places where they've made stairs to get up and down the mountain. But we're about to get back to the air shaft that collapsed. Oh, we're still going down a slope, so still not the easiest to manage. Oh. Right down under this is where my wife and I were married, underneath this collapsed air shaft. But now it's the way I used to get up to some of my lesser traveled areas. And you can see the main trail down below me. But we've still got to go down this slick bank. So I need both hands again, so we're pausing again. So bear with me. It's a very steep grade. Back over here to the concrete rock. Oh me. Up and down. Oh. Right there's where we were married. All right. As you can see, some of these trails are just hidden just enough. Like there's the main trail, and right behind the main trail is where this is. And I'd say 99% of the people that come out here have no clue to come up this way. And there's a lot of these little hidden gems out here. But I'm gonna pause again until we get back to the main trail. Alright, we're back out on the main trail. You can tell how maintained this is compared to the location I just came from. But this area, like I said before, will always hold a special place in my heart. One of my favorite places in the world. And who knows, maybe one day go find your way to my neck of the woods and run across me out here. Or somewhere. It's not the only place I go. Yeah, that's where we came from. Yeah, hope you enjoyed today's little adventure. It wasn't a real long one, but just wanted to get out for some air. Like I said, I'm sick and not feeling too well. Went by Walgreens and picked up some cold medicine. And it was close enough by that I thought, hey, I'll run out here for a few minutes, get a little bit of air and see if that'll help. Sometimes getting some fresh air can help you get over your illness. And it's a beautiful day out today too. We're having a really nice warm spell. But so I'm sweating pretty good. Got to get a little exercise in. And that's important. It's important anytime, but especially after the surgery I had, you really need to get the blood pumping and stay active, not just lay around in the house and feel sorry for yourself. You know, just get out and, like I said, get that blood pumping. And everybody's not, like I said, everybody's not like me and have the love of nature like me, but it doesn't have to be in the woods. But stay active. Stay healthy. Don't go through what I had to go through. Don't recommend that on anybody. So open heart surgery is no joke. It's not a fun feeling in your head either. It's more than just the body damage and the heart damage and the surgery. It's the mental part of it too. But you just got to believe in yourself and just keep going and try to make things better for yourself, because you don't know how much time you've got on this little rock. But we're almost back at the truck. So, I'm gonna bid you guys farewell. Thanks for joining me. And share this out and like and subscribe and comment. You know, tell me what you'd like to see. What would you like to see me do next? Or give me advice. I'm open for that too. Don't be too mean, because I know a lot of people are not into the cryptid world and the nature side of things, but you know, just be respectful to each other and yeah, interact with me a little bit. This is a new channel. It's new to me. I'm new to talking to a cell phone like this, but I want to see where it goes. So, till next time, thanks for watching.